is the camera? Where is the camera? It's not that camera. It's this camera. How is everybody? No one is here. Oh, I'm here. Yes, I got two camera strings all lined up over here. Ooh. I feel very, very red. I feel very, very red. I just had a niacin. I'm like burning up. I don't know if you can see the color. Let's see if I can bring out the color. There it is. That's what I wanted. A nice light. See, with the light, you see nothing. The energy of the light, right? I'm not a scientist, but I can tell you that the energy of the light, right? See the energy of the light takes away the natural energy. This is not a natural energy, right? Even if it was a natural energy, what does the light do? What does the light do, right? I look like a ghost. I look like a ghost in the light. So what does that tell you? How you doing? I don't know who's here from Facebook, so I'm going to just take a look. I got to scoot over the Facebook. I really have nothing planned. Okay, I do have something very, very small. Hey, Ernest, how you doing? You know what's funny is that every time I look at that sign, right? Every time I look at that sign, it always tells me a bunch of different stories. So I'm going to go to that sign right now on my PC. Just give me a second over here. Where am I? Where am I? Okay. Let me go to that star. Let me show you how many different kinds of stars I've drawn up with this. Just to note that 6, right? 6, very important number. Very important number. Just give me a second here. I always get excited. Oh boy. Just let me see how I can show this off. Okay, so I just want to show off these different kind of stars. Whoa, wrong camera, wrong camera. So I have a whole bunch of different stars. Here's one of them. I'm just going to make this smaller. Here's another one. Here's a different kind of star that you don't actually see it within this one, but it all comes from this piece over here that will be here, 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 and it'll be all over. Then there's this one. What happens, have you ever seen this part of the design before? If you've ever seen this before, and it can only be done here, it can be done on top, it can be done all around the star, right? You see the way the building seems to be going up? Then it's this way over here. If you notice, inside of here, there's 6. So when you put 2 cubes down, this is what it's going to create. Okay. And then there's the 2 stars. See the star over here? But I didn't invert this star, in which I could. If I do it, let me open with paint. Let me open it with paint. Can I get that with paint? Yes. So if I open it with paint, right, I'm going to go to the center over here. Let's see if I can draw myself a line. So the line would come in right about here. Let me see, is that the line? Let me make it yellow so it can be seen. You see the yellow line over here? I want to see where I put that line. The line would go to about here. I think it's down here where it goes, right? On the corner of the building. And then there's a line that goes up there and the line that goes up here. So you can see the way the 2 areas will now join. You see the cube that's inside? I'm just going to take that away right now. Let me get rid of that. We're just going to go over the stars. Don't save. Then there's this one. And this one is made, you notice the way it's flat at the top? This is made from the yield sign, the slow moving vehicles. That when you put these all together, this is what it creates, and then you can put them inside the center. You can see this one over here. Let me see. Then there's the star this way that creates this design. Remember, if I did it all the way around, I'd be showing 2 sides. Everything is 180. Anytime you move, it's 180 move. You only can move 180. 360 is to come back to the beginning. Then there's a star over here. That if you notice, there's a Star of David on this corner. this corner, and this corner. And then the Star of David, we're going to move this one, okay, into paint. Open with paint. So when I move this one into paint, right, when I move this one into paint, just give me a second. I think I lost my page. Yeah, when I move this one into paint, the star, whoop, that's not the way to do it. I don't know why it happened that way. Let me see. Right over here. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Let me turn it into yellow so I think it's easier to see. So we'd have the star here. Right over here. Now we're going to flip it. Let me see. Rotate. We're going to flip it. Right. And then we're going to create star over here. So that's that star in between. Now it's not only that star in between. Right. Just give me a second. I'll see if I can copy paste. No, can't do it that way. Let me see if I can try this again. Copy paste. No, it's not working. So I'm going to have to draw this again. So where I take it the star one more time. Right. And let me see where I move it. I move it over here, right? I'm going to change it to red. Or is it blue is easier to see? Or purple? Or red? We'll keep it at red. And then we're going to do it again. We're going to flip that over. And then we're going to move it down here. So you can see the way the two stars come together and they join together. That's what's so special about these stars. And then it can be done on these angles over here. And now what I do is, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to take this straight line over here, or is the straight line supposed to be down there, or is the connection over here? So if Jesus was put on the cross between two thieves, right, this square area, right? You see the square area that comes out from this design, right? And then you can see the here and here. Do I have this done properly? I think I'm going to make this in yellow and then connect this one in yellow. And I'm going to put this over here in the center. So how we're connecting the above area and the below area inside the stars, and it's like a rotation. So when I say it's the Star of David, it's the star that rotates everything within inside of it. 8 is not the same as 6. 8 is when you lock something into something else. That's how we end up with the 8 points or the octagon. Another one of those also that I've done is the crossing of the Star of David, which is right over here. Here's a Star of David, and then I put all these crosses, and if you notice in here, these pieces over here are these W's, and then we're going to add this together. That's my crossing Star of David. I'm not sure if you can see this inside of it, like the NASA sign, how it rotates within it. See, it's rotating within here. It's rotating within here. Trying to see if there's any other stars that come together. Here's a whole multitude of them, and I think I'm just running out of stars. Yeah, so that's the end of that star system. If you've just showed up just now, oh yes, there's one other piece I forgot. Is it this one here? No, this one here. This one inside of this. See the star over here? See this star over here? Do you remember this is the octagon that connects all these, that creates this, that creates that, right? So what's the obligation of this inside? Do you remember during the WW1, they created that? That's your octagon inside that connection. And then there's the club. See the way the club, right over here, see the way 3 of them go right into the center? Well, 3 of them will connect to the next stand in the next house. So this one comes into the next house. This one connects into the next house, and they all meet in the center. I like to call this torus. If I had 4 circles, it creates a star. If I have 3 circles, it creates an alternative. Now, I'm not sure, I don't want to rip this, right? But I wanted to show you what it means to put the 4 stars together. Maybe I will take out the scissors, see if I have a piece of tape on this somewhere. It had to be taped. I don't think I cut this out. Did I cut this out, or did I tape this? No, this is a cutout. So I don't want a room to cut out and then tape it because I cut it out. So what I'm trying to say is when I put up here, when I put 2 right up over here, I'll have to do another one. You see this little M that's inside? So when you see the letter M, it's actually telling you where it is, what position it is, that it's in between 4 areas. M equals to 1,000, M equals to 13. M could be talking about what? It also talks about the Federation M, 4, 5, and 6. The Federation. Just give me 1 second over here. Just trying to see something on here. Okay, let me make the screen bigger now. What I was going to talk about in this video, if you have any questions, let me see. If I go to TikTok, you know what? I've left so many stories. I have so many stories that I've left in so many places, and it just, I get zero out of the hundreds of stories I've written, out of the thousands of videos I have done. I have less than a percentage of people that have ever said anything to me. Have you ever seen this shirt? I did this shirt in 2015, right? Or 14 or 15, right? I just decided, I just found it. Never shared it before. And for me, this planet, and everything we're doing has been pre-created before anything. Just give me a second. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm going to be back in 1 second. If you want to take a look at the sky, if you need to go to the bathroom, just whatever. You want to get a drink, go ahead. Back in 1 second. Give me just 1 minute. Okay, I'm on my way back. Give me 1 second. My cat is sleeping. I'm coming back. Okay. So what I wanted to talk about today, other than answering any questions that anybody has, is, just give me 1 second. I lost my page. Is reverse numbers. People that see 1111, people that see whatever combinations of numbers that is in your mind that you see, I'll talk about it. You know what I'm unhappy about? I don't know where my glasses are. Wow. Okay. Talk about that. Now, where is my Rubik's Cube? Oh. If you're thinking about 1111, seems to me like 7-11, 11-11, 7-9-11. People have been asking, who are these people? I don't know. It's what I've heard. What is 11-11? What is 9-11? Why did building 7 come down? Is it 11-11? Is it 110? Is it 11.0? So we have to add these into our thinking. On every single side, we can see 9 areas. I got a whole bunch of dice, and there's never any in my here's a dice cube. Imagine this in a single cube. So when you see these 3 dots, 1, 2, 3, those are those 3 dots. Each one is an individual cube. So in actuality, you have 9 on this side. That means you have 9 on the back side. 9 and 9 is 18. If we take into the fact that the opposite of each one of these is 4 and 3, 7, that is 1 and 6, 7, that is 2 and 5, 7, let's look at this cube the same way. We have 1 dot over here with 8 that surround. That means we will have 6 dots over here with 3 in the center. We have 3 voided areas, and we have 8 areas around. So there's 11 areas that do not have dots on 3 different sides. 11, 11, 11. That is this cube. If you have 11, 11, 11, you have 7, 7, 7. Is that understood? Do you have any questions? If not, I'm going to move on. Now, if each individual cube was exactly like this cube, as a single dot or a single face cube, meaning that if I should take this cube off and replace it with this, or throw this into the sky and splatter them apart, I would have 26 cubes. And it's the sun cube because in the center of this is the controller of all 6 sides. And as we were taught, whether it's true or not, that the sun is in the center of everything. Just like this light. Here's the sun, and here's all the planets that go around. And you turn on the light, and it gives you, well, you turn on the light bright, and there you have it, that one light. The light has disappeared. We no longer see the light. But if you turn off the light, now you can see its trueness. But now that it's on, you have no idea. Blinded by the light. Process of evolution. Is evolution somebody's creation and movement? That would be a question about evolution. Whose creation in evolution? Let me move back to where, again, I lost it. So, and then there's ridges that go inside of this. Look, I even lost my hand. Look, I lost my hand. What the light does. So where was I? So if each individual one of these had what? Would they have a total of 9 dots per cube, or would there be a total of only 4? And the reason I'm saying this is because the only way to put a dot on here or anything is to make an X. Since it's a flat surface, I only can reach out corner to corner, leaving me with 4 and 1. 9 times 4 is 36, plus the 9 the area created in the center that is central throughout the cube, throughout each individual cube. So if each one was 36, we'd have 72 across from each other, or 216. It just so happens that the moon is 2,160 miles. If we had a fifth one to here, it would be 45. That would be 90. That would be 540. The numeric value for the sun is 54. For love, it is 54. And for the female's sex, it is 54. Female and male sex are 63 and 54. In order to create 54, or 5 and 4, you would need 14 and 41. You would need 14 and 41 when multiplied and added equals to 5 equals to 4. In order to create 63, you would need 77. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 and 7, that's right, is 14. They link into each other. 49 and 14 equals 63. Is there a true number that will equal to the total of 54? I do not remember. I know the singular number reaches into it. Here I need to use both. This one will be the female V. This one will be the male P. 16 and 22 equaling to the gold of 38. That's number 38. When you're counting your fingers from right to left, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, it's absolutely perfect. If I use my other hand, it's 5 and 3 equals to 8. It's absolutely perfect. 11, 11, and 11 is that answer. 1 times 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 and 2 equaling to 3. That's this one over here. It was singular. These two I am going to put together, and the reason for that is that Rubik's Cube, when it's sitting this way, all of these are together, and this one penetrates through. So I'm going to use 11 and 11. So I will be using 22. So 2 times 2 equals to 4, and 2 plus 2 equals to 4. 4 and 4 equals to 8. So now you know the pole is 3, and the outside is 8. But when you say 3, right, we always have to remember that it's the sitting down side. So your creation has the dark side and the upside. So we're going to see it a little bit different. So it's going to calculate to the number of dots you're going to see up and you're going to see down. There's going to be a difference. And it'd be nice if you ask me questions what that means. When you see this difference, when this 6 is up, there's 14 dots around. That will equal to 20. When I flip it upside down, that is 1 up, there's 14 around, it equals to 15. The Hebrew year 5775 is that year. It's just ironic that when you go and you look up online for the children who we are the children of the Creator, the orphan children, and you look that up online, orphan children, you will find this. And here's where the orphans come in. And when you add it up, it's 51 and 6, 57, 66 and 9, right? You see the 6 and 9, the way it comes in over here, the way the 1 slips in with the 17, the way the 20 slips in with the 34 for the sun, 18, 54, let me see, first, second, and last. I'm not sure if I can use them all, if I should use them all, which way I should combine them. This is 1, 2, 5, 4, 9. This is 17, 76, or 8, 7, and 6, 21. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 9, 21, 21. Blackjack, they've come together, 1776. Now, what's so crazy about that? And what's so perfect about it is that when you multiply it by the number 13, why? Because there's 13 cards in every suit in the deck of cards? Maybe. Maybe because there's 13 moons every single year. 13 by 5,775 is going to equal 75,075, and that's nuts that it should be so perfect and it should work out with Rubik's Cube. Now, when they say the end of time will be like the beginning of time, we are actually at the end of time, which is the beginning of time because of Abraham. Hi, Tammy. So why is the beginning of time like the end of time? Abraham had 2 children. One was with his maid and one was with his wife. I don't know what he made. Was it his maid or he made something? But irrelevant to the fact, those who are fighting in that country right now are those 2 sanctions. Both the children of Abraham are fighting right now, and that is insane. Also to note about the year 2000, I have 1,000 stories, because anytime you say a word, there's a story for every word because of every single letter that is in each word. For every single song that's ever been written, they've been written with words, with musical notes, with dots and dashes, with strings and with instruments, sung by a voice. Everything tells more than just the story you hear and understand, the way you manipulate the story. There are even obligations. You don't see anything on here, but when I start to draw up these shapes on graph paper, they start to dictate understandings on what can and can't be done for each individual cell. May my aunt, who just has reached to heaven this morning, and my father's birthday on the same day, there is no end, as I don't know where the beginning is, but I do know that there are signs that this has been created, recreated, and reincarnated, because it is impossible that the human beings on this planet created this system. And if they did, it had to be thousands of years ago that we still use it today through the English language and association with the French language. That there's 1,440 minutes in a day. Where do I get all this information from? Does it mean anything to you? Does it make any sense at all? Does it make any sense at all? Well, the word house equals to 68. But in the word house, it is actually 27 and 41. and S will come together, and they are the reverse alphabet of each other. Bet is number 27. I separated the vowels from this. There's many ways to work this word. I can work it for odds and evens. I can separate the vowels. I can do the reverse word, but the total is still 68. Half of that is 34. 3 and 4 represent CD. CD are compact disc, or DC the other way around. I write Democrat. I write blue. Number 34 is cold. Sometimes it sounds like code, and it's number 34 because hot is 43, but hot is for the devil, not for the girl. Pink would be for the girl. So you have cold Democrat, you have pink, you have red for the devil. And if you're looking at the red devil, you're looking at the Republican. You can also republish. You can also repossess or be possessed, and then you can have demolish for the blue team. When you add the two together, 43, hot, red, and 34, cold, blue, you get 77, which is power. You get 77, which is, and inside the word Christ, I don't like that I'm not getting the, no camera was detected, so they're not letting me focus. 80 and 420 is right, they fit together. They absolutely fit together. Just give me a second, I lost my camera again. Okay, so we have this that comes together, and S and 5 look the same. First is noted to be gold, and IST looks like it's first. And when you have 1 and 5 versus 5 and 1, here you're going to talk about Mars and Earth. Here you're going to talk about Mars without envisioning Earth, but the birth within Earth. And number 59. The reason, what I do to the numbers, I was taught that there's number formations. You can bring the numbers to 9, you can bring the numbers to 10, you can bring the number to 13, you can bring the number to 16. Where did these numbers come from? I'm looking for my calculator. Just so happens everything seems to disappear. I think it's in the bedroom, in a bag, or in a bag somewhere, not in the bedroom. Just give me a minute. No, not in the bedroom. So, where can I find? Okay, I'm gonna have to find it on my phone. Just give me a second. Yeah, I get all excited. I get pumped. It's right over here. 1, 4, 7. 7 months of 31 days, 4 months of 30 days, and the 1 month of February. Why Valentine's Day? Why Thanksgiving? Why Christmas? How do all these holidays or specific dates and times correlate with everything that goes on in numbers? They do. They do. So where was I next? 7, 4, and 1. Why 13? Why 13? Whoop. Why 13? 7 and 6 is 13. 9 and 4 is 13. 8 and 5 is 13. The reverse of that is 1 and 6, 7. 3 and 4, 7. 2 and 5, 7. So it's absolutely perfect and aligned up with the cube. So what is 13? 1 and 3 is 4. What is 16? 1 and 6 is 7. Now there's different ways to achieve these numbers, and through the achievement of these numbers, there's different realities that are happening. And here's one of the realities. Here's what happens with number 8. See number 8, the way you have 8 and 9 and 9 and 8? Why couldn't I put 8 and 9 and 9 and 8? I probably could have, but right now I went with 0, 8 and 80. 1 and 7 and 7 and 1. Where was I going to put 8 and 9? Should I have put that in the center, 8 and 9, and then moved to the outside? I didn't. Maybe I should have. Or how about 5? So we have 5 and 0, 50, 1 and 4, and then 3 and 2 on the inside. Now, what if I would have put 2 and 3 on the complete outside, and then 1 and 4 on the inside, and then 5 on the inside? But in this situation, I did it this way. This is what came to me. Can I change it around? Here is each an individual way of doing it. When you see it this way, we have a singular line and we have a separation with an empty space. Could I have done this differently? I probably could have. This is what I'm showing you right now. Here it's for number 1. 1 and 10 come together. Could I have put 1 and 10 on the outside of this design? Perhaps I could have, but I didn't. I don't know why I did it this way. I just did. Okay, for some reality. So you can see exactly what's going on. There's what they see as a tav, and then what you can use as a yod, or an extra leg in the Hebrew language. And one of the reasons I work with Hebrew, not because I don't know it, it's just because it works out. Jesus in mind. So what happens is when I put together numbers, 1, 4, and 7 work with 3, 6, and 9. So since 1, 4, 7 is the relationship between the number system that we run, how does 3, 6, and 9 come together? Because it's through 1 that we will create both 2 and 3. It's through 1. Okay? In fact, it's through all the numbers I will recreate everything. But through 1, I will create 2 times 1, I'll create 2. 3 times 1, I'll create 3. So every single number adds up in a row at 1. Now, how about 4? 4 and 4 is 8. I'm now creating the number in the second section. Let me show it to you this way. With number 1. And then I'm gonna get back to this one after, what's happening in the world right now, right, through Abraham. And this, right, is A-B, angels created, not through the harem of creation. Ham, or ham radio, or communication. Heaven's angels, 181. 181 is this one center here to 8 around. I did not finish with this cube, right? Which has 26 cubes. Every cube has 9 face. But we're not going to get into them. I'm going to leave that out for now. It also says, I have in English. I have and I am through this word. Why does it say that? Because the initials of j'ai is I have, and the verb in French, the 2 verbs in French is I am and I have. So now we have 13 and we have 16. So we have 9 and 4, 13, 8 and 5, 13, 7 and 6, 13. We have 9 and 7, 16. We have 8 and 8, 16. Now there's other 16s out there. Like 97 is 16, 88. Birth into the gate, into the heavens of the heavens. 64 and 16. This is Q equaling to 80, 420. We're born into the divided gate. Why 420? 2 times 4, 2 plus 4 will bring us on each side of the valuation of the house and this cube. 3 and 3, 6 to 4 and 4, 8. 5 and 3, 8 to 2 and 4, 6. Now remember what I said before. 5 and 1, 6 to 6 and 2, 8. You remember what I spoke before? Inverting the 1. See, look at that. So when we just invert this one, this brings us to the year 5775. Times 13 is 75,075 moons. The numeric value for time is 47 for walk, time, and bull, like for the 50 of the bullseye, or for man walking on the moon, is telling us this story right over here. So you have this, 7 times 5 is 35, 7 plus 5 is 12, equals to a total of 47. This will equal to what is angel. When you multiply 4 times 7, 4 plus 7 is 28, and 11 equals to 39. And the minus side, it equals to 17. Minus and plus. 17 is Q, and it is the inversion, okay, of the mirror creation. Why? Because the invert alphabet is all based on number 27. Number 27 is created perfectly by multiplying and adding I am. 99. 9 times 9, 18. 9 plus 9, 18. 9 times 9, 81. 81 and 18, 99. So now that we can't go any further with that, 18. 1 times 8 equals 8. 1 plus 8 equals 9. 9 and 8 equals to 17. Now, how do we create 99? Well, the only two numbers that are only used 4 times before they repeat is only 3 and 6. So we have to understand, how do we mathematically get the 3 and 6? 3 and 6 is a full circle. 3 and 6 is where this 8 and 3 comes in as a division of 360 degrees. And 3 times 6 equals to 18. 3 plus 6 equals to 09, equals to 27, the house of bait. Now there's 1 times 27, there's 2 times 27, and there's 3 times 27. We now get bet, love, sun. We also get the V for life, the female or the Taurus, and then we get Venus. The entry into Venus, separating of the 7th gate. To put the one spirit, number 63, within that 7th gate. And when you add them together, it equals to 7, 11, which is exactly this cube, the male and the female, and 2 and 7 is that house of bait. 36, they create I and R. It's the only two that will create both I and R and come to 99, to where the center of 9 plays a role and everything seems to rotate about that one center. Now the question comes, if that's the truth about what 99 is, are we centralized and running everything around Jupiter? 1 surrounding 8. So what would that mean about the sun? Would it say that the sun is not the sun, but we are the sun and everything rotates around us? We have to understand the way numbers and words work. The reason I say that is because this is telling me that story, but this is singular. I need multiples of these. Another thing is Earth is numeric value 52. 5 and 2. Mars is 5 and 1. This is Earth. This is Mars. When I do that, I can do that for Mars, but I have to do that for Earth. This is showing me A, B, C, D equals to 10. This is showing me A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, totaling to 45. 5 times 5 equals to 25. 5 plus 5 equals to 10. 25 and 10 equals to 35, and that's our basic number creation in the E world. 7 and 1 at the Q gate in the heavens. 8. To note that 666, or FOX, is inverted to what is HQZ. 6, 15, 24, ULC. The invert to that is 8, 17, 26, and inverted to that is S19. No, did I get that right? Q17, J10, and A1. This will all equal to 27. This is 21. This is 12. And this is 03, 27, 27, 27. Where does all this come from? The inverse alphabet of these letters. And also the same time is there, when you have 6 dots, you have 8 void that go around. 6 dots to the 8 void. So it's all to understand what's going on. Here, I get a 2 by 2 area. Here, I get a 3 by 3 area. It becomes 6 and 9 equals to 15. This becomes 4 and 4 equals to 8. So H and O comes together. The total is 23. So if I go ho, 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 I end up with 69, 46, 23. This is your rotation. 9, 6. You notice it's on an angle just like the Star of David. That is your base. If you want to lock it in, you can only lock it in here. It's the builder's code. The builder's code. What does the builder's code say? You must reach a corner or you must reach a line, but you can never stop in between. Earth is 33, Mars is 22, it becomes ape, it becomes go. Man, walk on moon. 57, 29, 47, 28. 1, 2, 2, 3. Man, walk on moon. Always 1 and 2 comes together, would end up being 3, 2, 3, but I'm not going to get into that part right now. It doesn't look like there's anybody watching. I'm going to check on the other social media. If there's not, I'm going to end it here. I'm a little bit tired. There's other things to do that I didn't do, but I will show it to you what it is, and I will get back to it. And one of the things is, let me see, is right over here. Let me point it down. It's going to be much easier. Between 7 and 70 is 63. Between 25 and 52 is 27. Let me mark it down. 63, 27, 9, and 45. 18 is missing. I need to find the 18. So where would the 18 be? The 18. Hold on a second. 23, 24, and 42. Okay. No, that's not the 18. There's an 18 missing in the 77. How else can I create the 77? 16 and 61, 25 and 52. No, there's no other way to create. I'm going to take that away, what I just marked down. And what happens is, let me see this. Right, okay. So what happens over here is each one of these will create 77. Here is the separation of each one. The separation in here is 7 times 9 equals 63. Here it's 7, here it's 9, here it's 1, here it's 5. 7 times 9, 9 times, wow. 7315. 7 times 9, 3 times 9, 1 times 9, 5 times 9. These are all your reverse numbers. The next one is over here. This one is 72. So this one is 8 times 9. This one over here is 54. And that would be 6 times 9. This one over here is 36, and that will be 4 times 9. This is going to connect to the sun, this one over here. Sun diameter 864 also connects to the seconds of the day. This one's going to create number 18, which is 2 times that. In the house of Zion, right over here, at the 7th gate. This one over here equals to 81, which is 9 times 9. This one over here is 72, which is 8 times 9. This is going to be the spirit in the heavens, I think. This one over here will be 45, and that would be 5 times 9. Let me get that out there. And this one's going to be 27. It's going to be 3 times 9. And this one over here is going to be 9, and it's going to be 1 times 9. This is going to equal to the sun, the high pass in the sun. Ace is going to be your division. See this 2 and 4 divided gate? This 1 and 5 is reflected to Mars, the divided gate, and the sun. You notice the first one and the last one, there's a slight difference, and there's 4 numbers here. I still have to figure out some of these relationships. I'm not going to complete it all. The same thing's going to happen here, but the next time I come back with this video, I want to have it a little bit more advanced. And then on this side, what the numbers do. 5 times 5 equals to 25. 5 plus 5 is 10. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 plus 4 is 5. This is the IT system. The IT system of the Queen. Freedom 55 and the Spirit of 76. Here's where the towers come down. Zion, Israel, the moon, AI, to the cycle of the moon, to the control of 10, ABCD, the 2 sides of creation. And here is 66, it's the Freedom Pass. It's talking about the divided gate inside Mars and rotation of the light. I know that because of the numeric value of the numbers, but Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. If you can help out the channel, that would be just fantastic. I consider it and eliminate some of my stress, the struggle. I don't like to put that out there. And just wanted to do, there's one other thing I wanted to put out here that I was looking for. And I just want to see if I got this. Can I put this up here and find this? Let me see if I can have this. No, I don't. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. Peace and love. Peace and love.